Maybe that's why you're fucking like so dead.
Evening. I had to think about that for a second. That's embarrassing, but that's okay. We're here. We're ready. Here on Virtus Media, we are super excited to be casting part of VRML Season 6 North American Master Qualifier Tournament, and we've got a super exciting match to start us off this evening. We are going to see Overkill, a returning Master team from last season, take on Scarlet, who is, technically a new team, but made up of veteran players that certainly deserve to be here. So, if you're new to this, if this is your first master qualifier you're seeing, then let's talk about what that is. So basically, before the season starts, we have to decide who's going to play in the master tier to start off cycle 1. And what better way to do that than a tournament? The top 2 returning teams from last season automatically qualify, and then the top 8 teams from this tournament will start in the master tier. So everything on the line here for this tournament, at least for cycle 1, unless they want to go through another Challenger Cup later. So these teams are certainly here ready to fight, because who doesn't want to start in Master Tier? Now, looking at these rosters for the side of Overkill, we've got Knife Rich, Robbins, Ghost Duck, and Anubis, all returning players from last season on the original roster. But then over on the side of Scarlet, we've got Toki, who's been around for a while, up in the high diamond teams, in and out of Master, Spin, who surprised everyone with his performance on Team Ash last season. JT Baka, a familiar name, been around for a while. The last I saw him, I think he was subbing for Ethereal, and I don't think I've ever seen him play, so I'm super excited. And then Evo, that's what we're going with, who is a rename from Randolph. You've seen him on the likes of Disorient, or now Everykey.com. So these are all players that have been around, in the High Diamond Master area before, and it is certainly going to be a great game. And I don't know who's telling these teams to ready up. I just realized that. So I'm going to go ahead and tag them and tell them they need to ready up.
Yeah, big shout out to Sir Dimwee, Newton Dad, and a bunch of other people over at the production crew for VRML for letting community organizations like ourselves, Virtus Media, to come in and cast some of these matches. It's a big help for the VRML production team. It's a big help for us. It's a big help for the community and the game as a whole. We just want these games to be able to be visible to all people, or at least to the most people as possible. And getting the opportunity to cast these matches on non-VRML channels is a huge community outreach effort, and I really appreciate it. I know a lot of work's gone into this, and I'm excited for the chance to do this.
Yeah, I am super excited, and this is my co-host today. Hi, Gilligan. I just realized I didn't realize you were talking, so I didn't say anything. But yes, we've got Gilligan on the cams this evening, operating the show in the background, and I might pick on him and force him into the conversation between rounds. We'll see. But either way, it is bound to be a good time. The teams have been told they can go ahead and ready up, and I hope they see it soon, because NA is on an ambitious schedule of 45 minutes a game this evening, and if you've ever tuned into VRML casts before, we'll see how well we stick to that. But it starts with them readying up on time. Overkill is set. It is just Scarlet. It looks like they've got everyone in the arena. There we go. I think JD Baka saw it. He's on his way to go hit the ready up button, and we will be underway. But Gil, before we go, you got any predictions you want to share?
No predictions. I have no idea what to expect, but I do hope it's going to be a good game. That's all I've got.
I'm with you. I don't, as a caster, I'm going to try to remain neutral, but I have expressed my opinions on Overkill before, and how, this is a super strong roster, and that's nothing against Scarlet, but they've got something to prove here as a new team. But we are underway. The qualies have started. It is Anubis picking this one up off the joust, down low to Robbins. Robbins doing some work to get away from JT Baka as he crosses this one, and a little miscommunication on that pass as it is picked up by Evo, sent through, all the way through, actually bouncing up toward the ceiling, into the hands of JT Baka once again, who, oh my, what a move to get away from Knife, but the pass not going to connect. Instead, it is Robbins with the grab and the send through tunnel, but that's where Evo's waiting. He will not have time to deal with it, though, as Overkill gets there for the stun, and then, leaves something behind. Ghost Duck takes the shot, saved by Toki. Toki going to get rid of it, but not quite clear just yet. But that's what your stack is for. Spin getting home to get that one picked up and sent right back through tunnel. Now bouncing down into the trap area, into the hands of JT Baka. JT Baka had an ambitious pass attempt up to Spin, but someone was in that lane to shut it down, and it is another overkill? Another turnover for Overkill. That's going to get me. Just you wait. Toki now sending this one across over to JT Baka at the Pac-Man, up high on the ceiling to Spin, and Spin doing what Spin does best. going to put that one in from up high, get the first points on the board for this entire tournament. It is going to be Scarlet on their first. Great work there by Scarlet. You know, a couple of decisions that maybe made me raise my eyebrow a little. Ambitious passes into coverage, but they did make it work in the end. However, here comes Overkill. It is going to be Anubis. Just a little bit off on that pass to Knife Rich, but totally calculated. Just a self-pass as Anubis once again tries to get rid of this one. It will not work, and they are almost punished for that mistake. Bouncing off the ding ring into the hands of JD Baka. JT over to Toki. Toki up high to Spin. Spin. One more pass to Evo, and then another cut just to make it work. There it is. Scarlet coming out so strong right now at 4-0. And strong right now with 4 points. I know that might be a little bit ambitious, but the way they're playing against Overkill right now is something I want to talk about, because Overkill is known for their controlled, methodical play style, and it seems that the aggressive chaos that Scarlet is throwing at them right now, Overkill's not quite ready for it. But we'll see. We are still very early into this round. Plenty of time on the clock as Ghost Duck sends this one up high to Robbins. Robbins to Knife Rich at the popcorn. Knife walking this one forward carefully, keeping an eye on Toki before sending it back to Anubis. A quick distribution over now to Ghost Duck on the floor. Ghost Duck to the boot. Ghost Duck looking for the pass over to Knife Rich, and Knife Rich will finish the job off the head of Spin, and that will go in. It is going to be Overkill now here on the board with a 2-pointer of their own, and they will cut the lead in half. So, Overkill, a really solid possession there, walking it all the way up from their side of the arena, slowly into the bubble, and then eventually putting in the points. That is the Overkill that we know and love here, and I want to see them continue doing it, but oh no! JT Baka gets robbed by the rim. That one going off just a little bit, but that is what your teammates are there for. Evo going to collect that pass from JT and put that one in. Did not put that one in, like full send that in 18 meters a second from 6 meters out, and they have re-extended this lead now 6-2. Babs in chat saying I can't watch all the streams at once. Actually, you totally can. You absolutely can. I don't remember the URL for it, but there is a way to view multiple Twitch streams at once. It's very, very helpful for when you've got all these games going on. But also, spoiler alert, this one's the best one because I'm on it. Duh. So, but here comes Overkill. Anubis up high across to Robbins. Robbins coming in from the ceiling, but JT Baka shuts him down. He'll get this one cleared all the way through. That's going to take a nice bounce off the backboard, and it is a race barely won by Robbins, slapping this one out of the bubble into the hands of Toki. Toki getting a bounce pass across, but both Evo and JT weren't ready for it. That means Anubis can get a hand on it and get this one sent on through all the way down into the Scarlet Bubble. Where are the stacks? Picked up by Robbins. Open goal, top pocket. What an angle to make that work. I didn't see who that was. I think it was Spin, had the bottom half of the goal covered as he was coming through it. Robbins identified that so quickly, and that shot placement is the only thing that made that work. A 3-pointer for Overkill to cut the lead down to just 1. So half the round to go. A little bit of a scuffed joust here. Yes, they will recover as that pass gets sent to Toki. Toki across looking for Evo, but an unfortunate bounce back into his own hands. It's a self-pass. That was totally calculated. Now all the way through, bouncing into the tunnel, into the hands of Robbins. Pocket picked by Evo. Evo now doing some moves, trying to find some space. Is forced to just send this one forward under all of the pressure. And where are the stacks? A lot of names lit up as they are stunned out. Eventually stolen away by Ghost Duck as he sends this one right on back through into the Scarlet Bubble. Stacks are... Oh, it looks like that blue stack went home, which will give Robbins the opportunity to get to it. Big cross coming in over to Ghost Duck, and an even bigger save by Toki. Toki gonna get this one picked up, sent through the tunnel. It will be recovered by Toki once again, but he will get stunned out before he can get the shot off. It looks like, yes! Spin will pick this one up and put this one in, re-extending that lead now 8-5 in favor of Scarlet. I will be honest, I am so surprised by the performance of Scarlet right now. This is, that is not a dig at them or anything. It's just they are exhibiting a level of chemistry to counter Overkill that I was not expecting from a new team. You're right. I know these players are individually skilled, but the way that they are firing on all cylinders right now, coordinating with the stacks, super impressed, and I want to see it continue. However, Overkill looking to shut this one down as he sends it up to Anubis. Anubis into the bubble. Goalie jump, but he opts for the pass, and it will not quite work out for him. It's going to be a turnover. Evo with the pickup will get this one sent through, but not actually through, as it bounces into Spin's hands. Spin, not able to find that clear lane through the middle as it now bounces low into the trap area, into the hands of Anubis, who slaps this one forward under some pressure. Toki fighting for it. Robin's fighting for it. Toki gets the first slap to the midfield, but not all the way through. However, the stacks are there. It's Spin. Spin going up solo. No numbers. He'll slow down and send it back. Oh, off the head of Anubis, it seems like, through the tunnel. Now bouncing down the low. The overkill stack is not going to overshoot it, as it is picked up here by Ghost Duck. Ghost Duck to Robbins, and Robbins driving it in, finding the 2-pointer that they needed to get it back within 1. I am so surprised right now with how this game is going. I'm super. I don't know how else to say it. Overkill, known for that methodical, slow chemistry playing, I thought would be, you know, super dominant, at least in the first round, until Scarlet figured out how to counter it. But Scarlet is putting up one hell of a fight from the get-go, and it is certainly exciting. This one's going to bounce all the way through the tunnel. Oh my. Oh no. You cannot give that man those lanes. Bouncing off of the cloud into the hands of Spin, and he will hit the mail slot at 18 meters a second from 20 meters out. And he's going to get Scarlet back up by 4, which is a lead. I would not even call it comfortable, not with 2.5 minutes remaining on a team like Overkill. We'll see if they're able to hang on to it, though, as here comes Overkill out of the tunnels. It's Anubis. He's sending this one across into the hands of Ghost Duck. Ghost Duck to the cross tunnel, into the hands of Knife Rich now. Knife back across to Ghost Duck. Ghost Duck finding that up high options, finds Robbins. A pass over to Anubis. He's going to push into the bubble. One more cut. Oh no, just a little in front of Ghost Duck, and it will be a turnover as it is picked up by Evo. Just over 2 minutes remaining. More points here, yes, will be devastating for Overkill, as Scarlet has now extended their lead to 5 points. That is a minimum of 2 goals, and one of them has to be a 3. They certainly still have time for the, you know, the 3-2s route if they choose to do so, but if they want to get it done in 2, one of them's got to be a 3. So we will see. Overkill, another joust attempt. Anubis sending this one over to Knife Rich on the wall. Knife Rich going to get his pass intercepted by Evo. Evo's shot now intercepted by Anubis. Anubis stunned out. JD Baka slap. Oh my, there's no way that was on purpose. The blind slaps Evo right behind him, who fires the shot. Not quite going to work, though. I wish it had, as this is now bouncing into the hands of Robbins. A recovery here for Overkill, and they certainly need it with 1.5 minutes remaining. Bouncing off that back wall. Where are the stacks? It is going to be a scramble for the disc. Knife Rich coming out on top and getting those points in. So now they have cut this lead back down to 4 points. Ooh, with 1 minute remaining, it's got to be fast. Thankfully, neither of them have to be 2s if they want to tie it up to take it to overtime, but it's still got to be fast with only 1 minute remaining. We'll probably see a very aggressive defensive joust here. Yes, Overkill coming in with that stack, attacking the QB, but the pass gets off on time. Evo looking up the field for JT Baka, but that stack reads it. It is a scramble. JT still gets there anyway, but does get stunned out before he can get rid of it. 40 seconds remaining. Overkill needs a goal very, very quickly, and I don't think Scarlet wants to give it to them, as Overkill is struggling to get it out of their zone. Now bouncing through the tunnel. It could be good. Ghost Duck, open lane, but oh my goodness! There's no way! Toki gets home to stop the 3, but cannot stop the 2, as Robbins picks it back up and gets this one to within 2. How much time is left? 10 seconds. 10 seconds. So, Scarlet just needs to hold on to their lead. Overkill has to throw everything at them right now with 10 seconds. Get this turnover quickly and either send it to overtime or win it with a 3. And oh my goodness, Anubis has it, but he puts it off of the ding ring. He'll have one last chance coming off the boot. One-on-one with the goalie, and he gets it. That's Ghost Duck. That's it. They tied it up. They're going to overtime. Oh my goodness. Overkill, never giving up, even in the 10 seconds left, not having the joust advantage. They get there at the speed of freaking light, and they get that goal in for the overtime. So now, next goal will win round 1, which is, so crucial for your mental starting off, not only this early in a game, but this early in a tournament, as it is picked up here by Ghost Duck. This is looking good for Overkill. That stack is back, up to Knife Rich. Knife Rich trying to get around Evo, looking up high. Yes, he will connect with Robbins, and there we go! It is going to be Overkill winning round 1 here of this game. I mean, I'm excited. I can't even speak right now. Gilly, you got anything?
That was an amazing finish. I don't know. That was a classic case of what a comeback. EJP just said it in the chat. I mean, that's what you want, right? That's what you want from these games is a close game that you think it's going to go one way in the last few seconds, but the other team pulls it back, scores at the last moment, and then they manage to make it count. Like it's so many times you see that you get the overtime and then you go into overtime and you don't actually get the win, and that's disappointing, but they managed to pull it off this time, and now we've got round 2 coming up. With Scarlet probably having a little bit of a chip on their shoulder after the way that last round ended.
I mean, I wouldn't even call it little. If you get robbed of your round win within the last 10 seconds, then in an overtime, Scarlet's coming out mad. I mean, and I don't mean like mad in a way that they're going to tilt. I mean, they have got something to prove now more than they did in round 1, because nobody wants to win nobody wants to lose the first game. Nobody wants to start 0-1. Both of these teams are coming in here. They're coming in strong. They want this win. They don't, and if you're Overkill, you don't want it to even go to round 3. You want it in 2. But now Scarlet going to have to fight from behind, take round 2, and then also take round 3 if they don't want to start that way. But we'll see. These teams have been so incredibly close so far, especially as they've warmed up, felt each other out going into round 1. It's anybody's game. And here we go, as it is Anubis there with the first touch off the joust, but immediately going to send that one into the hands of JD Baca to Evo. Evo looking for the... I don't know what he was looking for, but either way, it's going to take an unfavorable bounce right into the hands of Knife Rich. Knife Rich juking around for some space as Ghost Duck stuns out spin to give him even more. Now Anubis over to Robbins at the popcorn area. Robbins going to find Ghost Duck in the midfield. Ghost Duck trying to take some space as that stack gets together for the side of Scarlet and gets home. So Anubis has a little time to work with. No, the stack did not go home. The stack is on him, but he still gets that pass off regardless to Ghost Duck up at the ceiling. Ghost Duck backing it up just a little bit. Now crossing over to Knife Rich at the Pac-Man. Knife Rich firing it right back across to Anubis, who's under some pressure from Evo. Looking for those options, not afraid to take it all the way back to the diamonds. Good pass over to Ghost Duck at the bow tie. Now up high to Robbins, hiding in his Robbins spot, but he's forced to send that one back to Anubis once again. This is what I love about Overkill's playstyle. Dimwee has called this team a potential championship team several times, and I have to agree with him. The discipline that we see on the resets, right? Robbins had that up high on shoulder. Does Robbins have the ability to juke through and get that on his own? Yeah, probably. Is it safer to go to Anubis, the smarter decision to not have that tunnel vision? Absolutely. And that's one of the things I love about Overkill. They will not press until they have the numbers advantage, until they feel comfortable. And that is a beautiful thing to see in this game. So now, Overkill has the first 2 points of round 2. It's Scarlet coming from behind, and they've got numbers for just a second. One more cut over to Toki, who fires that one in from 6 meters out. And just like that, Scarlet has got this one tied right back up at 2. Oh, man. That is a lot. I've been casting all offseason here on VRML Media with Wireless Jacks, but, it's the qualies, man. I can't even contain myself right now. All right, so Anubis over to Ghost Duck in the tunnel. Ghost Duck going up high to Robbins at the midfield. Robbins finding that short pass to Knife Rich, who sends it immediately across over to Ghost Duck once again. What? Oh my goodness, the pass to Anubis, and Anubis, oh no, not quite going to be able to finish that one as it goes off the ding ring. It is going to be sent through here by Scarlet, now back into the Overkill bubble, but Anubis is home first for the pickup. He's firing this one up high, looking for that waiting stack, but Evo has it red, gets the turnover, but not the pass over to JD Baca, as it is picked up here by Ghost Duck. Quick reset over to Anubis. Anubis just outside his own bubble, has a little time, sends it up to Ghost Duck. Ghost Duck sending this one through to Robbins and getting the block. What a move. Robbins now walking this one forward just a bit, hanging out at that popcorn area, sending it back to Knife Rich. Those micro resets, that's what I'm talking about from Overkill. They're killer because you can't, it's impossible once they get that close together on that back line. You can't account for that. But anyway, here we go. Robbins up high on the ceiling, now across over to Ghost Duck, and Ghost Duck going to finish the job, get Overkill back up by 2, 4-2. Oh. Overkill definitely not wanting to let Scarlet get the lead that they had in round 1. And it just, Scarlet playing smarter right now. Even if the score doesn't reflect it, I feel like they're not oh my. I'm just going to stop talking and I'll let you watch that replay. Because that was gorgeous. 42-meter shot there. Spin to Toki in the tunnel, 18 meters a second. He's firing that one in, and it's going to get Scarlet up 5-4. All right, here comes Overkill. It's going to be Anubis, a quick pass over to Knife Rich at the wall. Seems like Evo and Toki are split for just a second, which allows Anubis to have a little bit of space to work with. Anubis sending this one to Ghost Duck. Ghost Duck now up high to Robbins on the ceiling. Robbins doing some work to get away from JT. Pass over to Knife Rich, and oh no, you can't give it to the post. He gets it to Ghost. Ghost gets to the shoulder, does a little loop-de-loop, and puts it off the rim. Oh no! However, it is going to be picked up by Robbins, so they do not lose the possession just yet. Robbins firing this one forward, but I don't think Ghost Duck was quite looking for it as JT Baca gets this one picked up and sent to the mid, where it bounces off the diamonds toward the popcorn, excuse me. Now picked up by Toki. Toki putting this into the hands of Anubis. Quick pass over to Robbins. Mail slot's open, but oh no, it's going to hit the ding ring once again. That's what your teammates are there for. Knife Rich with that quick read off the ricochet, and he's going to put that one in for another 2 and get Overkill back on top, 6-5.
Shout out to Doc Education. Thank you for the subscription.
Oh, thank you, Doc. I don't have chat pulled up because I am dumb. Give me 1 second. Okay, there we go. All right, here we go. It is going to be Spin as the QB. I don't know if he's been QB this whole time or if I'm just noticing it for the first time. Either way, good pass over to Toki. Toki, quick pass over to JT Baca. JT, shot lane not open, hesitates for just a second, and he will pay for it as he gets stunned out and loses it. However, Toki gets to it first, so Scarlet keeps the possession. Toki's going to send this one over to Evo. Little quick back pass to Spin as Evo pushes forward to find some more open space. And Spin, playing very disciplined in the midfield right now. No pressure. Walks it forward a little before sending it to Evo. Evo to Toki. Toki under some pressure from Robbins. Gets it back to Evo. He's going to push on his own. You can't do that. Stunned out goalie. Spin. Got to put that one in for the 2. I have a secret to tell you guys. A casting secret. I figure out the names based on the length of the names if I can't quite read them. And Toki, Spin, and Evo all being 4 letters is really messing me up right now. But that's okay. Anubis gonna pick this one up for the Overkill joust. Sends it to Ghost Duck, who sends it right on back. Now back across over to Knife Ridge. Oh no! I don't know what happened there, but either way, it's now in the hands of JT Baca, who fires this one through the tunnel, takes a bounce down into the trap area. It is a race that will be won by Anubis for the side of Overkill. But Anubis now backing it up just a little before whipping that one through the mid to Knife Rich. Knife Rich sending it forward to Robbins. Goal's not open, and Evo gets to him first anyway. Gets the stun, gets the send through, as that now bounces back toward into the hands of Robbins. Robbins trying to slap that one back. It is a little bit of a cluster and a fight for possession here. Looks like Anubis gets it, but oh no, missed on the slap, gets the grab, gets stunned out. It is back into the hands of Scarlet once again. JT Baca at the ceiling. JT backing this one up a little under some pressure from Anubis. Sends it forward to Evo. Evo not getting rid of it in time. It's going to be Anubis, but Anubis gets stunned out by Spin. Spin now across, now back to Evo, above the shoulder. One more cut to Toki, but Toki not quite ready for that one being that low. It's going to be a turnover. Anubis picking this one up, sending it through the midfield. It is bouncing toward the Pac-Man area. Where are the stacks? It's Ghost Duck. Open goal. I mean, what happened? Overkill. It had Knife Ridge and Ghost Duck down in the bubble area, and Scarlet had no one. Somebody was putting in some work with the stuns in the backfield, I guess. And Abchu, shout out to you gifting a sub to the Danimal. If I'm not wrong, that is Shepard. So thank you so much for that, Abchu. All right, here we go for the side of Scarlet. They are down by 2 with 2.5 minutes remaining. Robbins gets that, oh my, gets the steal, gets the send through into the hands of Anubis. He's gonna have an open lane. Oh no, I don't know what that was, but it is gonna go a little bit low. Picked up here by Evo. Evo not quite able to find the clear just yet as Knife Rich fights his man to get the possession. Sends this one over to Robbins. Goal is not open. Looks like he's gonna drive anyway, and that is the Robbins with the shot placement once again in the top. Absolutely killer with that, and will extend the lead for Overkill now 11-7. Oh man, we almost have a hype train going. Thank you guys so much. It is super appreciated to have the support of the community like this. I'm so excited. I'm feeling good. All right, here we go. It is going to be picked up here by Evo at the popcorn. Evo looking to send this one through, but those midfield geos said, nah. Anubis sending this one into the Scarlet bubble. It's going to be picked up here by Robbins, and Robbins doing a little twirl into the top. That's not the top pocket. I know what I'm saying. He does a twirl at the top and puts it in, and here we go. Overkill up 13-7. This is not looking great for the side of Scarlet. If you're tuning in after round one, you know that Overkill stole round one. And I do mean stole round one after a very close overtime that they achieved in the last 10 seconds. And now Scarlet, with a minute remaining, down by 6, they're quickly getting into the territory of it's got to be 2 threes, which is not difficult, or is not easy. And shout out to Lunas for the bits. Cool Whip with the hit bits. Now we got a hype train going. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. And you know who else is the best? Spin with that save at point blank range. It's not out just yet, though, as they are fighting for it. Toki sending this one forward. I think we are at the time. It's got to be 2 threes, and that is not an easy feat on a team like Overkill. It's going to be picked up here by Evo. Evo sending this one off the back wall, bouncing out of the bubble. Looks like it's going to be JT Baka there first. Yes, it is. A fire across over to Evo. Evo, one more cut, looking for Toki, and Toki, oh my, I mean, great shot there from just inside the bubble, but, you know, keywords there, just inside the bubble. They are not going to have time for another 2 goals since that one was a 2, and that does mean that Overkill will be taking this first game here in 2 rounds. And I looked away, and now I'm looking back, and you guys are still at it with the craziness. True with, like, I don't know how many bits. Abchu with, like, all of the gifted subs. You guys are incredible, man. Thank you so, so much. I mean so much. And yes, that will do it. Final seconds have ticked down. We are done here with round 1. I'm sorry, well, game 1, but also round 1 of the Master Qualifier. You know what I meant. We done. Overkill's gonna take it. And what is it? You know, what does that mean for the rest of this tournament? Let's talk about that for just a second here. So it is going to be Overkill moving on with a 1-0 record. That means they are going to be playing the winner of match 8, which is Vicious and Solus. And Scarlet, as they have lost this round, means they are going to be taking on... Where'd they go?
It's kind of interesting how that works, you know?
I can't find them. The loser of match... Oh, so they'll be taking on the loser of match 8, Vicious and Solus. So winner gets the winner of that match, loser gets the loser of that match. That does not mean either of these teams are done, and it's not even a single elimination tournament. So this is a weird, wacky, modified Swiss tournament in which you basically have to win 3 matches to get through, or if you lose 3, you start on the ladder. So congratulations to Overkill starting this one off super strong, and good luck to Scarlet starting this one out 0-0 or 0-1, but that doesn't mean anything because anything can still happen in the rest of this tournament. Gil, you got any closing remarks before we get ready for this next match?
That was a great match to watch. It was a great one to camp for. Having that first round comeback set the tone, set the momentum for Overkill, and so I'm looking to see what they're going to be doing for the rest of the tournament. We're not sure exactly when the next one is going to be starting. It should be soon, but don't go anywhere. We're not going anywhere. We're going to take a short break, but we'll be back as soon as we have more information and the next match, which will be at least 1,000% more exciting than this one, right? Oh my goodness.
No. Do you see this? Do you see this? Cool Whip gifted 5, which is like awesome and all, but like what's even more impressive, do you see the total for Cool Whip's gifted subs in this channel now?
250 subs from Cool Whip to Viridis Media viewers.
Whip, you are insane. We appreciate you so much.
Thank you very much, Cool Whip.
All right, yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to excitedly cut you
fine.
off, but we will be right back.
We'll be back when we have more information for the next round. Don't go anywhere. We are staying live.
Space. The final frontier. These are the words of Gene Roddenberry. Our parents and grandparents dreamed of going to space. They looked to the stars and they imagined galaxies worth of stories.
Okay, we started to go to break, but then you guys kept the hype train going. More gift subs were given out, so we're back to say thank you and, I don't know, talk about stuff.
I mean, there's certainly stuff to talk about. If you guys do not know where first of all, you can find the bracket at any time by using !brackets. in the EA VRML server, or if you're really lazy, I'll give it to you right now because I'm that kind of nice. But if you go ahead and look at that, let's take a look at what's going on, around the arena, around the community. So Avant versus Zen also just finished, and oh my goodness, Avant not only winning but mercying rounds 1 and 2. And this is no offense to Zen. I love the guys on Zen. I've loved them since they were high voltage. But have you seen the roster for Avant? That is something to talk about all on its own. Avant, the absolute super team of super teams, taking Game and Jaywalker from last season's champions Ignite, Ender and Strembitsky from the season prior to that championship team Instinct, and then Kung as well. I'm so sorry, Kung. I totally meant to include you too. Kung from Ignite is on there as well. So, the merge of the two super teams, I'm super excited to see what comes out of that team. But also, moving on to some of these other matches, it looks like Ethereal has beaten Raptured and Friends quite handily at that. Overkill and Scarlet, we just saw here on this channel. Overkill taking the W there. Redshift and 7, it's going to be 7 coming out on top there. 7 taking it in 2, but still a close match. Anomaly and G2X, not quite done yet. Every Key and Kangarillas is done, and oh my goodness, Kang coming out on top over Every Key. Every Key was Disorient last season, a master team, and Kang, I don't even think made the Challenger Cup at the end of Cycle 3, so they are out for blood, obviously. And then we do not have match results just yet for Vicious and Solus, so we'll see what happens there. However, hey, Gil, guess what match I asked for Virtus next?
Chicken butt.
No, okay, that was not an elaborate chicken butt joke. Whip with more bits. Thank you, Boo. Love you. I asked for match 11, which looks like it's going to be Ethereal and Kangarillas.
Oh.
So.
Oh.
Oh, indeed. Oh.
Oh.
So that is certainly going to be a good one. And both of those teams been around for a long time. I mean, Kangarillas, obviously, all of the history there, going all the way back to what, preseason? I think they were on preseason.
Going back to the ESL days.
Back to the ESL days. Ethereal is... Yeah. Ethereal is still an old team. I know... Why can't I hear myself? I don't like this. Okay, it stopped. That was creepy. Ethereal has been around for a while. They've certainly been around as long as I've been playing, going back to season 3. And though the roster may have, has changed a bit in that time, there's been one staple on that team that I know of for sure, and that is C. Jason. C. Jason on that team holds down the back line every single time. But with K, in the goal, he's super strong. But, what do we know Kang for? The high-pressure cut passes that no goalie can keep up with. So this is going to be a battle to watch for sure. I just, before I hype this one up a little too much, I want to make sure that we get that match.
With a question in chat from Westing Dash.
Is Vicious being casted? Most of these teams are going to end up casted at some point or another. I'm super excited to see Vicious at some point. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's the team that's currently the newer team that's captained by Matthew. It's got Palace on it. Zach W, I think. Let me go ahead and take a look at this real quick. Yes,
confirmation in chat. Yes,
Zach W and Mad. I'm super hyped for that team. All of those players coming from, Matthews from High Diamond, but the rest of those players are returning master players on a new team. So I would love to see a Vicious match today. I cannot guarantee it because I am not the captain gods. It would be a vicious. Thank you. But yeah, Mad is cracked, man. Every time I play against Mad, I feel like I just want to cry.
Mad also of Kangarilla's history.
Yeah, you're so right. Talking about that is, I love going through old rosters for like some of the original teams and doing a where are they now just for funsies. Like going through the Kangarillas roster is so much fun because that team's been around for a while. They've got several players that have since moved on. There's Mad, there's Zenith has now moved on as well. Strembitsky, who captained Instinct, or actually, I don't know if he was captain. Ender might have been captain. Either way, he was on Instinct and is now on that super team Avant that we mentioned earlier. So if you're ever bored, go look at some of those old teams and play Where Are They Now? It's fun.
And the hype train has ended at level 4. Thank you to all of you who helped make that happen. That helps support us to help us keep doing what we're doing, and things are getting bigger. As you can see, we are now casting VRML's Master Qualifiers, which is awesome. Thank you again to Sir Dimwee and all the people over at VRML who helped bring all of this together and allow outside organizations to help them cast all these matches today. I don't think all of them are getting cast, but for all of them to have a chance to be cast is a lot, and it's really nice to be a part of that. So thank you all for being here and supporting us. The hype trains are dope.
They are very dope, but we do need to take a break for a second because Sai's out of water, and you don't want to hear what Sai sounds like when she sounds like a sponge. It's not fun. Plus, we got to go figure out who we're casting next. Hopefully, it's Kang vs. Ethereal. We got to go confirm that. So don't go anywhere. We should be back in at most 5 to 10 minutes, as these games do start on the 45-minute mark, whether you're ready or not. So see you guys real soon. But for a second, we're gonna go take a break.
Now you can watch the videos.
Space. The final frontier. These are the words of Gene Roddenberry. Our parents and grandparents dreamed of going to space. They looked to the stars and they imagined galaxies worth of stories and possibilities and hopes and dreams. And our children may one day be able to visit. In our elder years, we might someday book a flight to the moon or a voyage to Mars. But for right now, while we can't yet get to space, we can do a little bit more than dream. We can wake up. Your first day in is a discovery. From the moment you first push out from your pod, you are weightless. There are no words in the English language that accurately describe the feeling of true immersion. It's like describing how chocolate tastes. Until you've taken that first bite, the words mean nothing. I remember when I was a child and I came across a kiosk. For $10, I could play for 3 minutes. It was clunky, it was heavy, and it was low poly. But it was also a promise that someday we would wake up in a future that our grandparents could only imagine imagining. That one day we could live our dreams even if we couldn't reach the stars. That future has finally arrived. Right here, right now in the present. This is that promise kept. It is that dream, but we are not asleep. Every player, every touch, every interaction is as real as you and I. We no longer need to dream. We no longer need to imagine. We no longer need to wish or hope or wait. Welcome to the future. This is Echo VR. Echo VR to me is a promise from my childhood fulfilled.
Growing up, I was always obsessed with sci-fi and space, and when I get into the arena, it feels kind of like I was beamed into this alternate world.
I can't really sum up in words just how much Echo Arena means to me, how much it's impacted my life, and how it's made me grow as a person.
Echo to me, it's more than a game.
It's kind of become like a, second kind of life, I guess.
It's a sort of method of escapism, if you get me.
It's nice being in another world, I guess.
Like a place where I got to like express my emotions.
Getting away from everyday life sometimes.
I can escape into a reality that I've always wanted to experience.
I didn't imagine something like Echo would come up. It felt like a pipe dream at some point.
If I were to explain to a stranger what Echo Arena is, I couldn't.
If you try to explain to someone, you actually throw the disc like, okay, dude.
You have to try it. You have to be there.
The one thing that Echo has that no other game really has is the movement.
I've played so many VR games where just using the joystick to jump around feels so unnatural.
But for Echo, the fact that it's 0G and you can like use your hands to bounce off things, and the fact that when you grab objects, it collides within your surface, It really makes the game feel more immersive.
No other game so far has made me feel that I'm transferring to another body.
It's a disassociation with real life.
It's so immersive that I'm able to completely forget that I'm not actually there in that environment.
What I love most about Echo is just the fact that it's not even really a game. Like, it doesn't feel like a game.
It feels like you're going outside. It doesn't feel like you're staying in the room you're in.
Yeah, forget that I'm just standing in the living room.
Whacking my walls, I've broken a controller already. I just forget about everything else.
Echo Arena is way more than just a regular computer game.
It transcends what the most people would call a game.
When you're playing Echo, you're not playing a video game, you're playing a sport.
So anyone could play Echo because the controls are super intuitive and the gameplay is very easy and simple.
You get in, boost out, throw the disc to your teammate, and hopefully score some 3-pointer or 2-pointer.
But the more you play, the more you learn just how tiny things can affect the game.
Every time I think that I now have some solid grasp of how all of the mechanics work, I meet someone who offers an entirely new perspective.
Just the controls are simple, but there's so much you can do with it.
I could keep on making these small changes, even when you have not the disc in your hand. You can always change a little thing.
To the extent that you're training an hour a day, every day for 2 weeks just to make a regrab a fragment of a second quicker.
The range of emotions you experience when you play this game is so wide.
It's really enjoyable because it's got all these different elements, like especially the competitive side.
It didn't take me long to start looking for a team, and this was when everything changed.
Getting to play with a team brought a whole new aspect to it.
You and your team, you're training together, you're working to beat other teams, and when you do, you get an amazing sense of accomplishment.
It really brings you together with other people.
The entire game is based off of teamwork.
You have to be able to work with your team, because if you're an individual player in Echo, no one cares.
I don't think I would have had the same ability to work with other people under high pressure if I never played Echo before.
And I've probably met my closest friends that I'll ever have because of this game.
Other games bring people together, yeah. There's just something about Echo that does it in a different way.
I think I've made a couple of really close friendships that's gonna last far outside the arena.
Honestly, like, my best friends in life are people I've met in Echo.
There's a person that I met in Echo that I will be marrying this coming fall.
I think if the community keeps growing, then I could definitely see Echo getting some of the professional esports attention that it really deserves.
It's just insane how much it grew. I honestly believe that Echo can become like a really big esports.
And it has grown the sense of esports for VR.
I think the next big jump for Echo will be the one that just absolutely blows it into the mainstream.
In Season 1 there was 15 teams, but now there's like 200, and we're in Season 3.
I honestly think VR is going to be the future.
Especially when VR really takes off, I feel like Echo will be one of the top games that will be shown to people.
Because the future that Echo VR deserves is the one where the entire world sees what we all have seen, that this is the future of sport.